Hey guys. Hey everybody. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Thank you. I'm gonna wait a few minutes. Hey, Mama Jabecki, Ray, my son Lauren. Hey, you guys, please share this because I know my gang stalkers are shadow banning me and blocking my post. But it doesn't matter because they still going to prison, so it don't even matter. I'm getting the word out. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. Thank you so much for joining me last minute. Hey, please share, y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hey, Missy. All right, guys, I'm gonna give it maybe one more minute and then I'm gonna share my story and get this on out here so you guys can understand what the heck I've been going on and what the heck has been going on in Hollywood behind closed doors and all this craziness. Hey. Thank you, Missy. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining me, guys. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started because it's just time. So back in 2016, well, not 2016, 2011, I moved to LA with my daughter, Jada, embarking on her acting career like all the parents in LA with rising stars do. And I guess it was maybe a good 12 years ago. We get out here, we're auditioning, we're hitting the pavement. You know, she's starting to make some traction. She's, booking several Disney shows. She's doing her thing. And when she turned 18, I decided, hey, well, you're an adult. Let me see what I can do to get myself, back to work. What is it can I do that I can do to, basically find me again? Because my background is in radio. So, and radio has changed so much. So, I came up with the idea to start Mama Joe on Set. And it really started from basically helping out parents, just jumping in, hey, can you pick up such and such? Just really looking out for one another. And one day something just hit me and said, you know what, Joe, this is a business. You should do Mama Joe on Set as a business. And, I had my fears. Because, when you're dealing with child performers, you're dealing with parents, it can be very, very touchy. But God told me to do it. Just do it. Don't worry. I had this fear, oh my goodness, if I get in an accident, with the kid, or if anything happens, what am I going to do? God said, keep going. Don't worry. And 2016. So, year after year, I just built my business, client after client. It's a slow build. Like A lot of you I've expedited work permits for. I've been on set with your kiddos, which I love them just like they're my own. And I just pride myself in giving good customer service and just really standing in the gap for families that need help. That was really the whole purpose of my company. It wasn't to outshine any other child advocate companies. It wasn't, matter of fact, I felt like I was in a lane all by myself. Like I was not even looking at anyone else. And, over time, just, business built, my clients built, my rapport built. It's been a wonderful ride. It's been cool because, I get a front row seat to your baby's, acting career. And it feels good to be a vessel and have a hand in helping your kids reach their goals. Like if I'm taking them to an audition or I'm on set filling in, it's just always, it's so much joy. So as business was building, I had wonderful reviews. I really love my clients. They love me too. Everybody knows they can call and text me anytime. It doesn't matter, day or night. As business was building, I noticed that that I wasn't really well received by a few people in the industry. One in particular, I won't say any names, but she's a very popular commercial casting director. And she started to, I would say this is probably when the onset of the micro-bullying started. And, she would inbox me, oh, hey, Jocinda, yeah, I have a whole stack of clients I want to send your way for set sitting, but I can't seem to find your, CPS permit in the database. And I'm thinking to myself, now I know I have a CPS permit. Like this is something that you have to have if you are managing or dealing with child performers in the industry. If you're a coach, it doesn't matter. Anything hands-on, you have to have a CPS permit, which background checks us and fingerprints us and approves us to work or provide services for child performers. And so she kept messaging me and low-key bullying me. And, I could feel the aggression, but I just kind of, put it in my back pocket and just put a pin in it. So, I pushed forward and didn't look back. Of course, I ended up showing her I had a CPS permit. And of course, those stack of referrals never came. So I said, okay, still kept pushing. Now let's fast forward to 2020. COVID hits, and I'm one of the last people in the permit office. And a lot of you may know, oh, thank you, Aisha. A lot of you may know me to, take the hard copies of the documents and bring them to the permit office. And I always would just walk them in. And I happened to be in the office the last day it was open, right before COVID hit. So COVID hits, and of course now parents are going crazy. They want to know what's going to happen with our permits. What do we do? So of course I reach out to my connection at the permit office and I ask, hey, what do we do? Parents are asking me, what do we do with these permits? And so, she's just said, well, hey, listen, if you want to service them and send me the paperwork, I have no problem. And we just started that relationship and it just blossomed. And a lot of you, just know me as being the permit queen because the permit office just pretty much trained me. I just learned from trial and error with, dealing with all of your concerns, defects, renewals, expediting, the whole nine. And it just really blossomed and it took off. And I wasn't the only one that was allowed to do permits. And that was the first major rumor that, you're allowed to do permits, no one else is allowed to do permits, and that simply wasn't true. And there's a few people in Hollywood that were running amok with rumors stating that I was paying people at the permit office, and the permit office pushes through Jocinda's permits and no one else's. And it just turned into a wildfire to where, some agents and managers backed off from wanting to work with me. And I couldn't really put my finger on, I had an idea, but I couldn't really put my finger on who it was that was, just spreading rumors. And it was very hurtful because I pride myself in doing good business. There's nothing fraudulent about me. I'm very direct. You see what you see is what you get. And it just kind of put a thorn in my side. But of course I push on. And I don't know, just over time, I just noticed in the acting groups, certain individuals would, I don't know, they would just kind of make little snide comments or wouldn't really support. And I just tucked it away. Okay. So fast forward to last year. Biz Parents Foundation did a post, and the post said something like, beware of the momager consultant. Well, everyone knows that my company is called Momager on Set. And no, it wasn't a direct jab at me, but I offer consulting services. So there's an indirect sub jab at me. And me and the co-founder of that group, Ann Henry, ended up getting into a big debate that was on Facebook, and it went to my inbox, and she's accusing me of this, that, and the third. And to be honest, I never truly felt supported by her or her organization. And I couldn't really figure out why. I'm thinking, okay, you guys are child advocates. I'm a child advocate. I support parents. I love kids. I'm there standing in the gap for parents. There really shouldn't be any type of competition or anything like that. So, but what I noticed is that she had a deeper hatred for me. Deeper. And in that, I went down a rabbit hole of trying to figure out what's up with this lady. Why doesn't she like me? Why doesn't, what's going on? So this one day, I get on YouTube, and you know how they'll pop up a video, and popped up the video popped up, and one of the titles kind of caught my eye. So I'm like, oh, let me check this out. And it was a tarot video, right? And the reader is basically talking about how, there's this lady basically that doesn't like me, and she's a bully. And basically it was kind of it was my storyline. So I'm listening, and I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, are they talking about me? Are they talking about my company? And for those of you that, may not like tarot, I truly apologize, but this is truly my story, and it is God's honest truth. So, I would listen to different stories every day. I would tap in, and I noticed that, they're really talking about me. Okay. And all the things that was happening to me behind the scenes. Well, behind the scenes, I was being gang stalked for years. A lot of the times I really didn't even know. Actually, it's because of tarot that I even found out how much corruption was even happening. And, tarot is very interesting. A lot of people will say that it's demonic or whatnot, and it's really not. It's really a tool, just like a a gun. You have a gun. The gun's not bad. It's the person behind the gun. So as I tapped into the videos, you know, and the young ladies, they're absolutely amazing. I noticed that I said, well, if this video is about me, let me go back and basically listen, binge watch what's been going on. Well, I go back 2-3 years of videos, and I find out that this little situation with Anne Henry was a lot deeper than what I could even imagine. I found out that basically her family, and I can say this boldly because eventually you guys are going to find out too. Everything I'm saying, you'll see, it's all going to come out because they are being investigated. She basically comes from a crime family that energy harvests off of up and coming businesses, anybody who has a light. Basically, my light irritated their demons. And I know in the post that I shared a couple of months ago, I had a few tarot videos, and some of the readers were so good, they were dropping names. And Paula, my name, boom, boom, boom. And Paula is the co-founder of Biz Parents. And I just realized, oh my God, I'm going down a rabbit hole of what the F. I realized that her family over the past, 20, 30 years have, they've committed a lot of crimes against me. I'll just speak on me. I won't speak on the things that I do know that they've done over the years. I'll keep it general and say allegedly, even though I know a lot of people were unalive. A lot of their family members were unalive. This is the truth. You guys are going to find all of this out. Because one thing about me, I come with receipts. Like, I know what I'm talking about here. They've unalived a lot of people over the past 20, 30 years. There's a lot of corruption within various areas of society, whether it's political, whether it's, law enforcement, every area. And they all cover for each other. And that's what I found out, in these videos. And I know it sounds crazy. I know it does, but I promise you it's not. These ladies have been reading, and gentlemen, have been reading on this energy for the last, I would say, 3 years. Basically uncovering all the corruption that's been going on in Hollywood. And these are people that don't even live here. One lady's over in the UK. Like, everybody is everywhere. Like, they don't know Hollywood. And, I'm listening and I'm like, oh my God, like, what do I do with this? And we're talking like maybe 6 months of listening and making notes and connecting the dots and, just trying to figure out, oh my God, well, this is this and this is that. And then weird things were happening around me. I later found out that Anne, and we'll just stick with her because there's a whole team of people. There's so many people that have been attacking me over the years. And, with gangstalking, it's a touchy word because you can't call the police. It's designed to make you think you're going crazy. You can't call the police. You can't ask for help. You can't, it's just basically set up to make you think that you're crazy, and everyone shuts you down and you can't ask for help. And then when you couple that, and these are all actions done by people that have been paid bribes, paid a little money under the table to do certain things. I've got sound in my roof. They do these little noise campaigns. They, pay people to kind of like run me off the road while I'm driving, which, scared me because, a lot of times I have kids in my car, and it has happened like twice. Then I noticed people trying to break into my emails. It's a whole thing. And of course, you go to the police and they're going to say, oh, do you have proof? No, you don't. So then I'm listening to the videos. And by this time, I already know they talking about me, and they talking about Hollywood, and they talking about Ann Henry, co-founder of Biz Parents Foundation. They're talking about them. And with that, I learned that they do witchcraft. They do spell work. They send magic to business owners and people who they feel like is competition. People they feel like need to get out their way because only they deserve to be on top. People that feel like that I don't deserve to have the position that I have in Hollywood, which I busted my butt and I worked very, very hard for where I'm at right now. And I'm still not where I want to be. I have future goals that I want to do with Mama Drawn Set. And I did not realize, like I've been here 12 years, I never realize that, people say, oh, Hollywood's evil, demonic, and here I am. Oh, no, it's not. No, I've never seen nothing demonic. Well, little did I know, I was sitting right in the epicenter of a lot of corruption and satanic warfare. And I became a targeted individual. These people want me out of here. Okay, they send all types of death spells. They know how to literally astral project to you in your sleep, in your dream state. Everything that I'm saying, guys, I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. It is absolutely true, and you will see. You will definitely see, because they are being investigated and they are going to get busted. And I found that out as well. They basically, it's a two thing. It's a two-punch thing. They target who they want with spell work, and then they partner with people who, have positions of power, and you couple that together and you put that on one person that they want to target. And next thing you know, this person is going crazy. This person feels like they're going insane. And most people would think that you are, because guess what? You can't prove it. But this time, they tried it on me, and God said, no, absolutely not. It will not be me. I realized also with listening to these videos and, just knowing, okay, by this time, I know they talk about me. So now I'm just listening just for entertainment. I'm learning that, they have these seances and they do all this crazy stuff. And they've hurt a lot of people over the last 20, 30 years. People who may have been blackmailed, people who maybe joined the organization and want to leave, and they get blackmailed and unalived with spell work. I've been sent spell work consistently, y'all. And it's not fun. I have to stay prayed up. They consistently work on me. Ann has sent spell work to block my finances, to block my business. I'm sitting here wondering why you know, things was taking off, but then things just kind of stopped. And I didn't understand why, but I still kept pushing through, and I would supplement my income, with doing Uber Eats and, just still pushing through because I know I have a purpose here. And I realized my purpose was bigger than bringing my daughter to LA. And now I realize my purpose is even bigger than that. It's not fun having people astral project to you in your sleep. It's designed to scare the hell out of you. To feel spell work, they send heart attack spells. I mean, these are things, guys, I had to research and understand how important it is to protect your energy, protect your children's energy, protect your social media pages, because they like to project and they search out their victims through social media. I know you've been seeing a lot of posts, you see things saying things like monitoring spirits, people who watch your page but never like anything. And they're watching to absorb energy. They're watching to project negative energy. Guys, it's a whole thing. Right now, they're doing it. They've done a lot. They're still doing a lot. Guys, they set up cameras to monitor me in my home and both of our apartments. This is the truth. They've taken videos of my family and sold it on the dark web. They've sent people to try to unalive me when I'm out, delivering food. They've had people follow me while I'm picking up and dropping off. They're constantly sending heart attack spells, which if you've never been under spiritual attack, it's not fun. You literally feel like you're having a heart attack. You literally do. And I know God let me feel it so I can acknowledge it and know what it feels like. And He's protected me, him, my ancestors, everybody. They've protected me and my family through this whole mess. Through these readings, I realized that she had been attacking me because she's jealous of me. Simply put, this woman is jealous of me. And what she's jealous of is the relationships that I've made, how my clients love me. She and her organization want to be looked at like how I'm looked at. And this is something that I built organically. It's not something I show off. I didn't even realize that she was even sweating me like that. Like, I didn't even realize that it was even a problem. And funny enough, I believe the tarot videos, I wouldn't have been able to get these messages any other way but through these videos. And that's when I learned how long she's been gang stalking me, her and others, what they've been doing, and why. And the why, I'll save for the end. There's definitely light at the end of the tunnel of this story. I realized that my purpose was bigger because God is letting me know that I'm supposed to be the generational curse breaker, not just for me and my family, but for her family. That's the reason why this woman doesn't like me. She doesn't like me because her family has committed so many crimes over the years. And this is really hard for me to share. I found out that that her family, her elders, were one of the main ones that were out to take me down. But later felt guilty because they have a list of people that they target. So because I'm happy-go-lucky and I smile and, you know, I've got charisma and whatever, she got to come after me. Well, her elders felt guilty and eventually decided they didn't want to gang stalk me anymore, and actually instructed her not to do it. And she still kept going over and over and over. As I'm listening to my favorite readers, I find out that I have an inheritance. I have an inheritance, y'all. I have an inheritance not from my family, but from hers. Her family left me their entire, and this is no lie, family inheritance. Because her parents wanted to break the generational curse over their family. They know that they've done a lot to a lot of people out here. And they asked her to stop and she wouldn't. And this particular family member, well, actually both grandparents were unalive. And her mother, actually, going down this whole rabbit hole, I was able to get the backstory on everybody involved. Her mother had the gift of foresight and saw that she was going to be unalive for their family fortune, a family fortune that they thought they were going to get. And what this grandmother figure ended up doing, last minute, she ended up changing the will to me. This is the truth, y'all. Now check this out. Here's where the extra corruption comes in. I've never met her family before. I'm over here just doing Uber Eats, doing Mama Joe on set, minding my damn business. I don't know any of this is going on behind the scenes, y'all. But it all came through the tarot videos. And I would be a hypocrite. I started not to even include that, to share that with y'all, because I don't want you to think I'm weird or anything like that. But I would be a hypocrite to leave that out. And I've got to give props. And I will. I'm going to do a post and share the ladies and the gentlemen that have done an exquisite job covering this whole crime family and all the injustices. And so now, this will is read to the family and they find out that I was given everything: a home, land, and God knows how much money. I still don't even know. Now, where the corruption comes in is how they blocked it from me, what they did to make sure I would never even find anything about it, and what they did to monitor me to make sure, just to make sure, oh, she don't know. They watching me now. I can feel their energy. She paid a bribe to a friend. I won't say her name. I'll just call her a Wendy Williams wannabe. She paid this chick to basically befriend me to get to know me, to learn the insides of Mama Drawn set, to basically sabotage me. This is a young lady that I thought was a friend. I thought she was cool as hell. I thought we were similar. And I realized that, nah, she was on Ann's team. Ann paid another gentleman to actually unalive me. And this is the truth. And y'all gonna see, when everything hits the fan, y'all gonna come back to me and be like, Jocinda, what? Because please believe I would not be on this live sharing the story with you if it wasn't true. Okay, that's just not me. I don't fabricate anything. But she paid this gentleman to unalive me. And that's the truth. And they set up this whole scheme to stop and block me getting this inheritance. Now I'm listening to the readings and I'm thinking, inheritance? What inheritance? Like, my dad's already passed away. My mom's passed away like in 2013. Ain't nobody tell me nothing about no inheritance. Like, what inheritance? Over time, guys, once I heard enough of these readings, I finally got bold and I inboxed Ann. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? I just basically told her, like, I just let her know what I knew. I did. I let her know what I knew. I heard that they unalive a lot of people. I heard that they energy harvest. I heard that they had these parties, X parties, and I heard that they target individuals so they can gain. And of course, she read them all, but never said anything. As a matter of fact, when I did that post, putting them all on blast, she never still said anything. That's when I knew for sure what I was talking about was real. What I was hearing was real. Of course, she did a little post on her page saying, oh, she has mental health problems, la, la, la. But anybody know me, know I'm sharp, okay? There's nothing wrong with me. And yeah, I am the proud person that has her family's inheritance, as crazy as that sounds. And that is the reason why she's been gang stalking me for all these years. That's the reason why she has tapped into my computer and stole documents off my computer. And that's the reason why, she hooked up with my landlord to do this noise campaign in my roof. Every time I come in, y'all, I'm hearing this count, 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 count. Every time I'm working at my desk, the whole nine. And it's just been a complete nightmare. I mean, these people have sent spell work for us to get into car accidents. You name it. My son's been in 2. He's total lost his car. Again, these are things that you can't prove. How do you prove it? They call it conflict magic. Things to make things happen in and around you. And it's been a complete nightmare. And not so much so because I know I'm protected. I definitely know I'm protected for sure. My ancestors, good Lord, they've been blocking everything left and right. But it's more so annoying because you're messing with my family. You're messing with my money. They've paid people to come up with these fake pages to cyberbully me. They inbox my followers. They say a lot of mean things. They've even gone as far as to cast spells on my family and my friendships to make me feel isolated. As a matter of fact, I haven't spoken to anybody that I thought was a friend in months and years. Not even, I have 2 sisters that we chat, but they tap my phone. They screen my phone. They screen share my phone. They screen share all my equipment in the house. They see everything that I do. Everything. Matter of fact, when I did this post, I already knew that, you know, they were going to shadow ban me. They shadow ban all my posts. If you look, go back and look, a lot of them have low numbers. God said, don't worry about it. Keep pushing. It's going to get exposed. It's going to get exposed. It's going to get exposed. And I mean, right now, my son just texted me, Mom, don't get off live. Get off live. I know what I'm doing here. And I know what's happening to me. And after a while, it became really easy because everything that I was hearing in these videos was coinciding with my life, quite literally. After a while, I stopped being scared because, yeah, it is fearful to have people send death spells to you. And she's doing it. They're doing it. It's a whole team of them. Okay? It's not fun having someone astral project to you in your sleep. That's what they do. They astral project to people in their sleep, unalive people. They send like spell work to mess with your mental health. It's people out here that look like they committed suicide when really spell work was sent to their mental health, to their brain, to mess with their crown chakra, to make them think that they're going crazy. They consistently send spell work to my crown chakra. I'm constantly have to go like this, constantly, because they want to tap into my brain to make me feel insecure. They want to send spell work to my throat so I won't tell the truth. I should have been did this video. I should have been did it. I should have been did it. But I'm here now doing it. And I appreciate all 17 of you guys being here. And you guys are going to see when all this blows up, y'all going to be like, what? It is unbelievable. Like, I went down a whole rabbit hole of things I didn't even know. It was a rabbit hole I didn't know that I needed to go down. And I felt so betrayed by the people she paid to turn against me. One of which was my son's first barber. When y'all hear things that he's done, y'all gonna be, oh my God. And the Wendy Williams wannabe. Let's talk about her. Let's talk about how they even got the inheritance. How they stole my ID. How they committed perjury and she paid this chick to be me. We kind of favor enough for her to commit perjury and pretend like she's me so they can collect checks. They've been collecting monthly checks for years now. They actually been living in the house that I was awarded. I haven't even seen the house. They've actually hooked up with people at the post office to reroute and block my mail so I wouldn't get any mail from the probate attorney. They literally stopped everything. Can you imagine the looks on their faces when they said that I was left her entire family inheritance? But it was left to me because they knew I would do good by it. I've got big plans. I've got big plans for my company. It was left to me because her parents knew, or I'll say the grandmother knew. She had the foresight and knew that she was going to be unalive for a life insurance policy. Heck, they have a life insurance policy out on me. That's why they're trying to kill me left and right. Left and right. People walking up and down my hallway. You know, all kind of stuff has been going on. But that's why I was left the fortune. And my frenemy, he went to court and everything, y'all. They pull a whole scheme right up under my nose. This chick, let me tell you how twisted she was. She knew I wanted to start a podcast, and I've got all the equipment to do it, all the bells and whistles ready to go. But my biggest fear was doing what I'm doing now, actually going live and actually, doing what I need to do. And she would say things like, girl, when you gonna start your podcast? But really doing magic behind the scenes to block my throat chakra and to put fear in me so I wouldn't do it. Like, it's so twisted, y'all. This whole gang stalking, cyberbullying, it's all a mess. And there's a lot of people that are suffering from gang stalking. Like, there's there's so many people out here, y'all, they've been going through it. And they have absolutely no one to turn to and no one to cry for help to. Not one person, y'all. Not one person. You just basically, you are made to feel alone. And that's what they wanted me to do. From what I understand, Anne wanted me to feel like my life was passing me by. That I would always have to sit and watch everyone else succeed. And I never reached my milestones. That she wanted me to take it back to slavery times because her family, they were bigots. I did find that out as well. But she wanted me to work so hard and never get a result. Like, work hard and be paid less. And guys, that's really what was happening. I'll be honest. I've done probably almost 10,000 Uber Eats trips. And I'm sitting here like, God, what's going on? I know I put out good energy. I know, I have a lot of love. Like, we came out here just like everyone else. How come my daughter's not, on the trajectory that I thought she should be at? What's going on? What's going on with my daughter's mental health? A couple years ago, you guys probably know, we had a big mental health scare. And I found out through these lovely videos that Anne sent mental health magic to break my daughter. She did. We came out here, there was nothing wrong with my child. Not one thing. She was no different than anyone else. All of that was orchestrated to break me. So while I'm upset, they can energy harvest off me. They've been energy harvesting off of my light for years. For years. Stealing my ideas from my computer. Stopping and blocking opportunities. I should have been a millionaire. My daughter should have already been a series regular on something. This woman basically was on a mission to destroy my life. My life became her entertainment. She watches me on video. They all can watch me in their phones. It's the truth. It's the truth, y'all. If you get on YouTube and you search like corrupt community, on YouTube, tarot video, just anything with corrupt town, just click on the videos. And when you listen, you'll be able to figure out who I am, who she is, and everyone else involved. And, I could name other names, but I'm not. These people want to be stars so bad that they will take and rob people of their future. And let me tell you how they do that. They basically, they look for people who have a bright destiny. They do readings on people to see what their future is going to look like. And this woman saw that I was going to be successful and took it upon herself to do what they call a destiny swap. A destiny swap, where they take my destiny and they give me theirs, filled with all their karma, all their unaliving, all the stealing, all the corruption, all the embezzlement. Yo, they've done everything. You guys are going to see. And they thought that I was going to be an easy target because, you know, when my daughter had the mental health scare and she went missing, I wanted to, you know, do a video and speak about it, but I just didn't know how to formulate. What the hell happened? I didn't know. I didn't know that I was being attacked spiritually. I didn't know. I didn't know she was being attacked. We out here just living our lives, just trying to make a way like everybody else. But they do what you call destiny swapping. They try to swap destinies. They've done it to a lot of people. People you may be like, oh, what happened to such and such? Oh, next thing you know, you don't hear from them no more. I'm aware there's a lot of cold cases out there. Yeah, I said it. Yep, I said it. There's cold cases. There's a lot of people out here that's been unalived, that's been buried at her house. Yeah, I said it. Buried at the beach. Yep. People have been strangled. People have been poisoned. That's her thing right there. Anne Henry like the poison people. That'll come out too. And it's just been a mess, y'all. It's been an absolute mess. And now I understand why my light irritates her demons so much. This saying really applies to me. It truly does. I would get play-by-play every time. All I had to do is get on the computer. I work, put on YouTube. Oh, let me see what these witches and warlocks are up to today. And they would give me the play. And then I would take that and prepare myself and protect myself according to what I heard they were going to do. Whether they were going to, you know, they had their little Saturday meetings and they do it's so much, y'all. It's so much. And after a while, I just started to protect myself. And, you know, I pray a lot. I meditate a lot. And I just wanted to get this message out here to y'all. Because I personally believe Hollywood is going through their own spiritual awakening. You know, all these fires and stuff. Don't get me started. My gut feel like they starting them. Yeah, I said it. I believe that they started the fires. I'll say allegedly to keep it cute. But I do believe they started the fires because they are being under investigation. Absolutely. And I think they started the fires to deflect for all the crimes they've been committing on innocent people in the Hollywood community. That's what I think. How are all these fires just popping out of nowhere? Like this, it's crazy. It's mass hysteria. It's absolutely crazy, y'all. I really do believe it. I do. And that's just that on that. That's just what I feel. That's just how much, you know, they've been getting away with literally murder for years. And guess what? When they get arrested or they have to go to court, they have people, corrupt judges and attorneys. And yeah, I know I'm risking my life saying this, but God got me. They got corrupt politicians and judges and everybody in the medical field that clean it all up. They clean it all up, make it go away. And they thought they were going to do it to me. But I'm too smart. I'm too smart. I'm highly intuitive. And my gifts got really, really strong this year. Like in this isolation that they call themselves putting me in and sending breakup spells and all this stuff. Y'all, there's a spell for every damn thing. You want somebody to gain weight, lose weight. You want them to whatever, feel insecure, whatever. They got a spell work for everything. I never thought I would ever have to understand or wrap my brain around what they do. But they do spell work to sway the judge's decision, to sway a case. I mean, these are things you guys probably already know, but I'm telling you in living color with my Demon Slayer t-shirt on that it's for real. Like this spiritual warfare is for real. Projecting, you know, when you have your social media and people staring and looking at your stuff, I'm telling you y'all, it's a whole thing. It's a whole, how do you say it? Corrupt system that they've been able to get away for years. I mean, you name it. They've done everything to me. Everything. And I wouldn't lie to you guys. I wouldn't sit here and share the story if it wasn't true. Absolutely true. There's times they know how to get into my daggone, I had to get a second phone because they watch everything on my main phone. So I have a second phone, which I'm, you know, on live with you guys. They see everything I'm doing. Even like, you know, ever since, you know, when my daughter went missing 2 years ago, that kind of kick-started my whole spiritual journey because I went in, you know, and as a parent, you ask yourself, you know, where did I go wrong? What happened? How do you explain this to your family? You know, people be quick to say, oh, you got that girl in Hollywood. That's Hollywood. And you know, I felt blamed. You know, I felt victimized. I didn't know how to really wrap my head around it. But as I kept listening to videos, I got the whole play-by-play to everything. And the very same things that I went into immediate therapy. Anybody know me? I go to therapy every Thursday at 12, okay? Therapy is good. That's the new self-care, okay? Everybody need to go to therapy. Talk to someone that does not know your business. But that kick-started my healing journey. Every Thursday I'm going to therapy, and at the same time, I'm having little fallouts with my friends. I'm in therapy crying to my therapist. I don't know what's happening. I'm losing all my friends. What's going on? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I found out through tarot. It wasn't even your fault this whole time. They did spell work to make your friend, they call it glamour magic. That's what it's called. Glamour magic. That's when they do a spell to make people not like you. That's the whole thing. I feel like I didn't went to college for dark magic. So glamour spell is when they get people to not like you. And I'm saying to myself, oh, so I've been in therapy this whole time for things that there was never anything wrong with me. Like there was literally never anything wrong with me, which don't get me wrong, the sessions were amazing. I still talk to my girl. I love her. I look forward to her. Like she has really watched me evolve as a mom, as a human being, as a business owner. Like that's my girl. And the very same things they wanted to inflict on me, I actually kept getting up and getting up stronger every single time. Because that's all I know to do, y'all. I don't know anything else. You know, I got to get up. You know, I've got to push my company. I've got to be a mom. I've got to survive. Like what? I don't know anything else but to fight. And because of that, as they're watching me, like I'm some damn lab rat, because that's exactly what it was. They experimented on me. They've got this is what happened. My goodness. Every time we knock her down, she keeps getting back up. She must be an alien. How is she able to get back up? Of course, I hear that these people in the medical field got samples of my blood. It's the truth, y'all. Y'all gonna find this all out. I'm telling you, you're gonna come back to me and be like, Joe, are you serious? Got samples of my blood to clone me. To clone me because I've been able to withstand all their spell work and all the obstacles that they've put in my way for the last 10 years. So this whole time, guys, I'm thinking, well, maybe we just need to try a little harder. Well, Jada, you'll get that next role. We'll get there. Low-key breaking down, thinking, okay, God, like, why I feel like I'm being punished here? How can we feel like everybody else getting their blessings and we not? And these were all premeditated obstacles placed in my life, set up to destroy me, because her family, her grandparents or parents, left me their inheritance. That's it, that's all. When all this comes out, I want y'all to come back to me. Those who have my number, when y'all finally see, you know, the feds and the DEA and the whole alphabet crew, okay? Because they coming. They gonna be raiding soon. Y'all think this Diddy situation, listen, the Diddy situation was just the appetizer. What's getting ready to be unveiled is bigger. It's probably gonna be the crime of the century. I'm not even lying. I'm absolutely not even lying. You will see. And I've been holding this in for the longest time out of fear. And that's what they count on. They count on you being fearful. That's it. They want you scared. Because when they have you scared, guess what, guys? That's when the spell work works. When you're scared and you're moving low vibrational, that's how the magic hits and sticks. And when my daughter went missing, orchestrated by Anne, making her go insane, it's the truth. I'm vibrating low because I'm sad. I'm in sorrow. I'm desperate. I'm looking for her. I can't find her. I don't understand. She's in mania. And guess what? They can look at me on their cameras and say, ha, she's upset. Time to energy harvest. That's what they've been doing to me for years. Watching me in my car. I heard through tarot, they can't stand to hear me sing and watch me dance. You know how a good song come on and y'all know me, I dance. I be doing my thing, shit. I be rapping, singing, whatever. I'm a mini thug in the car. Comes out through tarot, they can't stand to see me have fun. They can't stand to see me laugh. They hate my hair. They hate my smile. They hate. And you know what's sad, yo? That's what this is all about. And that's what makes it so sad, that it's all about hate and jealousy. Hate and jealousy and people who don't do the inner work on themselves. And I've spent the last, 4 years doing the inner work by myself. With no friends, thanks to them. All my friends, no one calls me. I might text my big sisters, but I have one cousin. There's no friends. And at the time, it broke my heart. Because when you have something so barbaric happening to you in your life, and you don't have anyone to share it with, and the people that you share it with kind of looking at you like, what? And guess what, guys? They do spell work for that. They do spell work to make people not believe you. Okay? So I literally had to sit by myself and work through all this trauma. And anyone who knows me knows that I'm an alchemist. Like, Something coming to me negative, I'm flipping it positive. It might take me a little second, but I'm going to get back up. And that's the positive side of me letting you guys know what's been going on. Like I said earlier, I feel like Hollywood is going through their own spiritual awakening. I feel like in order for us to get back on our feet, because this is supposed to be the land of our dreams, y'all. This is where we come. This is where we come to, expand on, what it is you want to be as actors or performers or whatnot. And there's always been this shadow over Hollywood. Like as soon as you say Hollywood, oh God, devils, demons. Well, people say that because it's absolutely true, y'all. It's firsthand. Now I know. And I was one of those people that's like, oh no, never. I've never felt spell work. What? No. Listen, Biz Parent Foundation is actually a crime family hiding behind a 501c3 that does nothing but corrupt activities from unaliving people, child trafficking, drug trafficking. Yeah, I said it. Drug trafficking, embezzlement, the whole nine. So once this coven can finally be taken down, then maybe Hollywood could get our air back. Get that dark cast removed. It's not going to wipe everything away, but it's a start. And it needs to start with this corrupt organization. Okay? That's it. That's all. So I appreciate you guys listening to my story. I know it's a lot. They've done a lot, but I'm strong, I'm strong. They came across the wrong one, the wrong one, because I'm the one that's going to do my research. I'm going to look stuff up. And this process actually taught me to trust my intuition. That's the big thing, y'all. Like years ago when I started my company, Ann would send her little minions after me to mess with me, like that very popular commercial casting director who I know be inboxing me under fake pages because how she types the same way, y'all. This dummy, she didn't even change her style of typing. She's inboxing me from a fake page that's got some demon emblem on there, talking to me the very same way she talked to me on my phone requesting for work permits. Literally the same way. I said, Lord have mercy. You know what? God gonna get you too. God getting ready to put down his hammer on all the corruption out here. Y'all get ready to see. It's gonna be a changing of the guards. Anybody, any corrupt official who has a position who abuse their power, they're going to be switched out. They're going to all be falling from grace. You will see. And then come back to me. Y'all got my phone number. Text me and I'll be like, I told y'all, you're going to see. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, for listening and giving me grace. I know it's a lot. And when you start talking about spirituality and demons and witches and warlocks, and because they are there, and y'all gonna see, it's a scary thing, but it's something. Instead of being scared of it, we need to face it and understand it. And I learned that, learning what all the spells were and why and how they work and how they think and all that, it made me just say, you know what? I really feel sorry for them. These are people that haven't healed their childhood wounds. That's a whole thing, y'all. That's another thing. Heal your childhood wounds. Your childhood wounds lead to everything as an adult. I learned that in my therapy sessions. But yeah, these are all people who hurt people. And they've been able to get away with it and take from the innocent. And I fortunately, had to be the person to let you guys know the deal, because God said I had to do it today. And I ain't gonna lie, I drugged my feet. I was scared to death. I was scared to death because it is a touchy topic. And people get wonky, like, ooh. But that's the problem. And that's what they count on. They count on you to not want to hear it, not want to understand it, because that allows them to play in the shadows a little bit longer. But now we moving those shadows out the way. So when y'all finally see that press conference from when, they finally done did a raid, hit your girl up. All right? Bye, y'all. Thank you for joining me. Bye.